think that the Newark system is better. The Newark system does maintain a list of private criminal lawyers because if there's a multiple defendant case, the Newark Home defendants are only allowed to handle one of the defendants. You can't have one lawyer handling 3 different defendants because that's at cross purposes. Maybe one wants the plea bargain, another one doesn't. You really, it's distinct. You got to have each person. So they have what's called a pool list where private defense attorneys volunteer to help with the multiple defendant cases. Michael?
Yeah, Paul, how does pro bono fit into this? I'm not sure I understand.
Pro bono applies to civil cases rather than criminal. But because the assigned counsel cases where you're brought in, you get paid so much an hour. Very little. It's embarrassing. I mean, New Jersey is one of the worst cases in the states in the country. They pay about $10 an hour. But even the best state pays 40 to 50, so you don't get paid very much. Now, if it's a civil matter, like you've been convicted, or you don't have enough money for an attorney, we used to have a legal services corporation, which still exists, but it doesn't provide too much real help. It's not very many attorneys. And a lot of law firms, just like doctors performing medical services for free, a lot of law firms will offer up some of their junior people for their, improve their civic image, and they will, for free, take these civil cases. Could be negligence, could be a housing, real estate case, virtually anything. But pro bono is the public defender. It's office is like a pro bono applicant. So it's not, pro bono really applies to civil rather than criminal.
But they're not paid at all, right? These are private lawyers.
Yeah, they don't expect this.
We have one final student question from Michael. You focus on the Essex County system in most of your book.
Yes.
Do you believe that this is appropriate for nearly all other jurisdictions across the country, or would a system like Washington, D.C. be more appropriate?
I think that as an ideal, I think that the Essex system would be an improvement, generally speaking, to be applied across the country. In my book, I have in the final chapter, I talk about the issue of exportability. Can this Newark idea be exported to other jurisdictions? And as I mentioned, it's hard to come out 100% in favor of that. I mean, the difficulty in exporting this idea to other places is, as I've mentioned, in New Jersey alone, we have 20 different kinds of justice systems in 20 different counties. There are modifications. When then we look nationally, we don't have, like in Germany, a unitary national justice system. We have 51 justice systems. We have 1 federal and 50 states that vary tremendously. Each state comes up with its own ideas and its own structure. Granted, certain minimal levels have to be satisfied, constitutional levels, performance, but there's great variation from place to place. I think New Jersey's system is good because it's a statewide public defender system. Only about 7 or 8 states in the country are statewide. So New Jersey's system certainly could be used in those places. But what about a system that is run in each individual city or each county within all these different states? There's so many modifications, and it's hard. But I do think that the New Jersey system is even better than the one in Washington. Now, New Jersey isn't perfect, as I mentioned, because they take a horrendous amount of time to conclude their cases. So that's bad. They got to clear that up. And the other thing about New Jersey, well, that's a significant. I know I'm running out of time, and you guys have other important things to do today. So I really enjoyed speaking to you, and I encourage you to go out and get my latest book, which has nothing to do with the criminal courts. It's called Presidents in Retirement, Alone and Out of Office, and it comes out next week. So that's a plug. And I noticed, thank you. There are some, oh, you're going to mention that? Yeah.
I was confident that Professor Weiss would have something worthwhile for us to say, and that confidence was well placed. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
do want to mention, we have copies of his book on the public defenders. The bookstore is selling some back here. I would encourage you to pick one up. We can probably talk him into hanging around for a minute or two and signing a copy if you'd like to have a copy. I want to mention, if you have one of these sheets with the rest of our program, we're off next week, and for 2 or 3 sessions after that, it's kind of every other week, and then we have about 3 in a row. We have, I believe, 4 more sessions still ahead. The next one is on March 27th, Bob Sumner from the Observation Media Group, getting back to a reporter. I did want to mention that I was making the point that some of our speakers were academics, some were reporters and investigators, and some were candidates for governor, and some were several of these. But and certainly our speaker today qualifies in that regard. But as best I can ascertain, Paul is not a candidate for governor. What am I forgetting, Ellen? Is that it? Thank you very much for coming, and we'll look for you in a couple of weeks.
You have been watching a presentation of RoseNet TV, an internet TV channel for the Borough of Madison, New Jersey. RoseNet TV is a private enterprise operated independently of the municipal government of the Borough of Madison, New Jersey. Any views expressed herein are solely the views of RoseNet TV and do not represent the views of the municipal government of the Borough of Madison.